Welcome to Lesson 3 of our course on the racial origins of the criminal court system in the United States. In this lesson, we will be discussing why it is impossible for African American defendants to receive equal justice under the law because of the implicit and explicit racial biases of white police, prosecutors, judges, and jurors. And we will explore the need for specialized courts for African American defendants. This topic is a subject of ongoing debate and requires careful examination. We aim to foster critical thinking and encourage discussions surrounding potential solutions to address racial biases. Let's begin. As we've discussed in previous lessons, the criminal court system in the United States has a long history of racial bias, impacting African American defendants disproportionately. This bias manifests through implicit and explicit biases held by law enforcement, prosecutors, judges, and jurors. In our quest for equal justice, we have proposed specialized courts for African American defendants who are descendants of slaves as a potential solution. Before we delve into the need for specialized courts, let's review implicit and explicit racial biases. Implicit biases are unconscious attitudes or stereotypes that affect our judgments and actions without our awareness. Explicit biases, on the other hand, are conscious and deliberate beliefs or attitudes based on race. Both types of biases can significantly influence decision-making within the criminal court system. Racial disparities in policing practices, including stops, searches, and arrests, have been well documented. Studies consistently show that African American defendants are more likely to be targeted by law enforcement, even when engaging in the same or similar behaviors as their white counterparts. Specialized courts could address these disparities by implementing alternative policing strategies and fostering community engagement to build trust between law enforcement and African American communities. Once within the criminal court system, racial disparities continue to persist in charging decisions and sentencing outcomes. African American defendants are more likely to face harsher charges and receive longer sentences compared to their white counterparts, even for similar offenses. Specialized courts have the potential to mitigate these disparities by promoting fair and unbiased decision-making among prosecutors, judges, and jurors. The pressure to plead guilty, even when innocent, is another aspect that disproportionately affects African American defendants. Plea bargains are common in the criminal justice system, and racial biases can influence the decision-making process. Specialized courts could provide additional safeguards to protect defendants from coerced pleas, ensuring that innocent individuals are not unjustly convicted due to systemic biases. Wrongful convictions have severe lifelong consequences for innocent African American defendants. Even after being exonerated, these individuals face challenges in finding employment, housing, and rebuilding their lives. Specialized courts may help prevent wrongful convictions and mitigate the long-term consequences faced by innocent defendants by employing rigorous review processes and improved evidentiary standards. In conclusion, the establishment of specialized courts for descendants of slaves is necessary to ensure that African American defendants receive equal justice under the law. In conjunction with these courts, alternative approaches, such as comprehensive reforms, community engagement, and restorative justice practices, should also be explored.